welcome. Beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. I don't plan to be here for too long, but I do have a little reading to do. I'm going to cleanse some energy real quick. I will say though that there's been a karmic energy trying to come through. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry I did that, but they're not. You're not karmic. Would you like to know how I know that? Because you didn't start trying to pretend like you were sorry until you got caught. You weren't sorry until you got caught. You're not sorry. You're just sorry you got caught. You're not sorry for what you've done. You're not sorry you hurt people. You're just upset that you're in trouble for it. And there's a difference. That's selfish and you haven't learned your lesson. 111. Please remember to hydrate. I'm also being called to pick out some herbology. Hold on just a second. Alright. I guess we're going to do some Reiki as well. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm not upset. We have Show Enthusiasm Wild Rose. Let me turn the light on actually. Wild Rose. You also have Calm the Mind. I'm halfway in between painting my nails, can you tell? I wasn't planning to come here quite yet, but here we go. Face Your Fears, Mimulus. Somebody says, why? Why would you only do one at a time? Because then they can properly dry without, I don't know if that's picking up. You see the Little Mermaid print on there. I don't know if that's registering. In fact, I don't think it is. Mermaids. Earthen Mermaid. Halogen Mermaid. But when I go to do the other side, now this one will be dry, and so I won't accidentally smudge my fingers. There's a method to the perceived madness, my loves. It's actually for purpose. Somebody says a couple of things. Well, why wouldn't you do it this way? Why wouldn't you do, one coat of color on both hands? Because no. Sometimes I do, but you know what I also find when I do it that way? I tend to smudge my fingers. But this works better for me. 422. Also, when I'm playing with new designs and stuff like that, I don't want to do two hands before I find out maybe I don't like something or want to change something or need to adjust something. Maybe a color doesn't blend, or sometimes it's the chemical composition of a formula. You go to use something together and the two different shades don't mix well or something. Makes the first one peel or start to dissolve. The designs get blurry. Happens periodically. not super common, but there are times when the chemistry is not match from one thing to another. Nonetheless, method. So I've just put all of those in my water. Now, actually, to be very frank, I was playing around with some colors, and I don't like this as much as I could, and now I know after playing with this today what I can do next time. I think I might just do the other hand the same instead of mess with it. And then when I redo them again, I'll tweak it, but that's why. There's a message in that too. It's about figuring out where the moving puzzle pieces are, where they go, what things suit you best and how they fit. How to navigate. Also, big emphasis on something might look weird to someone else. It might look nonsensical to someone else. It might seem irrational or just strange or off-putting to someone else, but might make perfect sense for you. Might actually might actually be the very most functional and rational thing for you. And even if someone else doesn't understand it, and even if it doesn't work for someone else, it doesn't matter as long as it works for you. Remember that before you take other people's poor judgments. Cheers. I am picking up karmics, trying to cross-watch. And just to be clear, karmics who are cross-watching and trying to force fit that last message into your narrative, it's not for karmics. You shouldn't be here anyway. I'm not reading for you. This isn't for you. I'm picking up your energy, so I'm telling you, first of all, piss off. Way off. Don't come back. Second of all, ew. Third, again, this isn't your collective. These aren't your readings, and you're not a light worker. Which is why you try to take something that's a positive inspiration and twist it into something dark to enable yourself in your bad behaviors, to try to justify your own toxicity, and I will not do that. And since this karmic tried to take words out of my mouth and twist them into toxicity to fit their own nasty agenda, I will absolutely take the time to clear that up. Don't waste anybody else's. 822. So here's this. And I'm also picking up the evil eye. Keep picking that up. Big emphasis on solar plexus sacral chakra. They're angry and scared. They feel threatened by the truth that's being spoken, and they feel like the truth is an attack on them. And so they're being defensive, I guess, but it's not a defense. It's an attack, because why would you be afraid of the truth? The only person who doesn't like the truth is somebody in deep and grave levels of delusional denial, or somebody who's just a liar. So which one is it? Pick one. Pick quickly. Neither of them are great. But if that's where you're at, self-admittedly, it's one of them, according to you. Because there is no other explanation. How embarrassing for you. 922. So back on track. There it is, karmic. I'm angry because she's right. Yeah, well. Maybe if you listened and course corrected, instead of sat in your ego and tried to convince people that you were right when you're wrong, and learned to correct yourself when you're wrong so that you could be right eventually, well, maybe you would be wrong less often. But But you don't do that because you're too busy trying to convince everybody you're right when you're wrong. Like a big tantruming, egoic baby. Pansy. 10:22. Anyway, I slightly digress. So for the karmic's trying to twist that, it doesn't matter what people think of you if it works for you. That's a message for the light workers, right? Like, if you are taking care of yourself and healing, or you have a routine to organize yourself and your life and it's functional and it's healthy for you and it works for you, then it doesn't matter whether other people think it's weird or it's not what they would do or anything in between. But we're not talking about what the karmic was just trying to force fit that narrative into, you see, because this karmic just came through and tried to use that positive frame of mind and that statement that I just made to support their hostile agenda. Oh, okay, well, it doesn't matter what people think of me, the karmic was saying. Well, then it shouldn't matter when people don't like when I'm being mean to them, or that they call me out for being a corrupt little toxic piece of garbage. But you see, that's not applicable, right? If it works for you, if it's healthy, I said, then it doesn't matter what other people think. But the thing about that is these things aren't working for these karmics. Targeting people is not working for them. They think it is. Because let's say in the example of a thief, if they want something, they go to steal it from someone and they think instant gratification, oh, it works for me, except for no, it doesn't. Because then you've got the reputation loss and the criminal charges that come behind it. And everything that you took, you have to give back and then pay restitution just for the damages. So did you really win anything, or did you actually lose more than you thought you were going to gain? Rhetorical question, and the answer is the latter. In case you were confused, I am not. 12:22, you see. Well, if it works for me, yeah, it's not working for you. And it's not healthy either. Targeting people, I know it makes you feel good as a narcissist, but it's not working for you. It's getting you in trouble, it's getting you bad karma, and it's damaging to other people. So really, it's not good for anybody. You're just too delusional to recognize that you're bad for yourself as well as other people, and then you play the victim when they leave you. I'm not playing that game, and I'm not enabling you. A spoonful of sugar? I'm not Mary Poppins. Shh. I'm so sorry. I genuinely don't want to hear it. You weren't sorry until you got caught. Stay out of my reading in my face, in my energy field. Now let's break up this, speaking of energy. Now I have something to share with you. I have made a discovery today. For those who may not know, Mark Wahlberg, who I'm not super familiar with as a person, I know he's an actor, and I've seen some of the stuff that he's in with other people, like movies and stuff, okay? So Mark Wahlberg has apparently come out with, I don't know if it's a restaurant with burgers, and now he's selling pickles in jars that he has at the restaurant, or if he just created, I don't know, like a pickle chain or something, I don't know. But I saw these today, and I'm a pickle girl, so I wanted to, it surprised me. These surprised me in a good way. Listen to this crunch. 14:22. Oh, and they're good. They're so good. Probably one of the better ones I've had. In fact, I can't quite tell yet. I might like them a little bit better than Gorillos. Like authentic Italian pickles. The spears, not the half sours, the dill, not the hot dill, not the hot pickles, just the regular dill. And if you are a Gorillo pickle fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're above average, on the pickle scale. And I think I might need a side-by-side comparison to decide, but if these are not above it for me, and they're pretty level, I think I might like these just a little bit more. I'm not sure. And that says a lot. Because I love my fresh Gorillo pickles. Cheers. So there's my little haul and review on those. If you happen to see them and are curious to try, or you have seen them and were curious to know, maybe wanted to know, didn't want to spend the money on them, I thoroughly enjoy them. I will thoroughly enjoy that whole container by myself. In fact, not in one sitting. Probably over the course of a couple of weeks. If that, we'll see. Don't show my pickle girl. Divine Masculine says, you're going to turn into a pickle. Well, you know, there are worse things to turn into. I could be a karmic. Or, you know, here, I've got another one for you. I could be an ex. But we're not. We're the ones who got away. So let's see. Speaking of, I do have a reading for Divine Masculine. That's where I wanted to start with this. Before these silly energies jumped on the board. And I haven't done one in this fashion for a while. But I'm being called to do so. There's just been a lot of spiritual warfare that was required to be addressed first. I feel that, my stomach's dropping. These karmics are looking for a fight or instigation, or they're all in this tense energy. And I feel it. Lurking around to see if anybody's combative, or just lurking around because they're combative. Both. New beginnings. The Muses. Inspiration. I picked that up yesterday too. Something about if you've had, look, prosperity, abundance. I did abundance Reiki this morning. It came through early yesterday, whenever the last live was. So there's a release of a writer's block, or sudden surge of creative inspiration that comes through, an idea on how to move forward on a project or solve an issue, self-trust. Right? So honor that intuitive guidance that comes, that answered prayer, creation. It's a manifesting, working with the divine. That's funny. Lineage. Whoops. Freya. They updated YouTube, or updated the app, and the things are a little bit different. Which is fine. But to get used to the adjustment. See, sirens and temptation. So there's been this energy around of these Jezebel karmic females, or any kind of energy that tries to distract and lure. I'm picking up alcohol too, promiscuous, or just temptations. Anything that is a distraction and a temptation from finishing a goal, from coming into union, from elevating into your highest self. These siren energies. And there's a difference, darlings, between a siren and a mermaid. On the negative connotation, these sirens try to lure people with a false sense of security or beauty, but it's to their detriment or their death. The concept typically is of sirens who will sing to sailors who hear the call and then try to follow the voices of these sirens with their ships, only to be lured into a rocky cliffside where their ships crash and they drown. It was a trap. Also, what? These energy vampires can suck the life out of people and take from them. So what? The sirens, metaphorically speaking in this case on the parallel, the sirens taking these drowned men to the depths of the sea where they can, what, eat them, feast on them, or just suck their souls, or have their corpses keep them company. This is gross and creepy. I don't like this energy. Protection. And that's why this is coming out. It's not nice. There's a need for protection there. Yes, he told you. Look. A need for protection. And look who's behind it. Here I am. I told you they don't call me the goddess of 10,000 names for nothing. Also, Freya came out too. In the beginning, remember? Ooh, and there she goes. 3 for 3, Aphrodite. Okay. Play. It's time for some lighthearted energy. Also healing and regeneration of the self and the home. Painting my nails, for example, taking care of the house and stuff. I've been working on some projects and reorganizing. Expansiveness, there it is. Regenerating. Individualization, individuation. Right, so being individual, independent, artistic. You know what I also have? It's wild. I saw a karmic who's been copying people try to talk about authenticity. In fact, copied a quote from someone else, so not even an original statement from themselves while trying to talk about authenticity. It was so embarrassing for them. Pele. Passion, fire. It's upside down though. I wasn't reading reversals, but this did catch my attention. They have none. That's why they're trying to siphon from other people. If they had their own, exactly, they wouldn't feel like they needed to harvest from others. And they wouldn't do things that other people needed to heal from. Yeah, see, I just split the deck. Insight. Okay. There's a karmic female ripping out her hair right now. Beginnings just came out as well. So there's an elevation point, right? Staying steady amongst the storm. As you have these levels of awareness that come through, again, maybe a writer's block being released, or creative block on some levels. Excuse me. Or this could be a solution coming to you, or some kind of information that helps you regulate or release or heal. Yeah, look. Heal. Turning the light back on. Peacock, having confidence too in yourself and your creations. and then the capacity to love. I also am picking up divine unions coming through. Yep. Anything else? And I know it's hard, but girl, you got it, there you go. Can't you tell by how they're looking at you everywhere they go? It must be hard to be that fine. Motherfuckers wanna waste your time. You're so amazing, and I'm so proud of you. Everything's adding up, you've been through hell and back, it's why you're bad as fuck, and you know you are. Yeah. Childlike expression. He says, I'm so sorry they put you through that. He's just wanting to love and cuddle and heal and spend time with and nurture and protect her. Unity, there it is. Boudica. You know the story of Boudica? I resonate with that too. Let me explain. Because in fact it was the last post that I made in my community board, I think. See the war paint? Interestingly enough, she's got 2 stripes. Now she's wearing hers vertically. I have a video of me wearing tribal paint with native. I had braids in my hair and feathers. Not a headdress, a feather. And a headband. And interestingly enough, there's a neon version of this where I've got neon paint, war paint, black light reactive war paint, and then the other one is black. Then when I wore mine, in both occasions that this is photographed, instead of a vertical, double-crossed war paint, I double painted mine across my cheekbones horizontally. But let me explain to you the story of Boudica. She was assaulted, right? She was attacked by these big groups of men, and she was sexually assaulted. That's that's her that I'm speaking about. According to this narrative, these men attacked her and assaulted her. They sexually assaulted her. Now, I know it looks like she has one up on them, and I'll get to that in a minute. She does, absolutely. She's above them, and she's wielding her sword over them. Full power. But this is the thing. It's also reminding me of Sodom and Gomorrah. So these men assaulted her, and they kidnapped her daughters, and they sexually assaulted her daughters too, and that really fucking pissed her off. Broke her heart, but also pissed her off, and I can relate. Yeah, you see me white knuckling that shit? You better fucking run, bitch. I don't take kindly to pedophiles. So there's that. Notice how I had to walk out of that energy. That's garbage. Yeah, healing just popped out. But you know, in my other deck, when Bridget comes out, it's not the healing card, it's the don't back down card. So don't fucking worry, I won't. She says through gritted teeth. So there's that. You can try to soil my name all you want. I know you did. I told you I would wear your hate like war paint, and I have. And will continue to do so. Thoroughly. Thank you very much. But anyway, she was assaulted. Her children were kidnapped. Her daughters were kidnapped and assaulted. And she sought vengeance for them all. She went back and slaughtered these men. In my case, I will be doing so non-violently. I will be doing so with the law and legally, but I will be slaughtering them with the truth. The way they tried to manslaughter us with damaging lies and abuse. Because while their lives are over for trying to damage and terrorize ours, guess what? Ours are just getting started. We have beautifully bright futures to look forward to, just as bright as this light right here. In fact, pretty blinding. A lot like what? Halogen mermaid. (22) harmony, exactly. And I told you I picked up that solar plexus sacral chakra drop. The evil eye attack, the energy harvesting. There it is. Right there. And there's heart chakra activation. I picked that up earlier too. Heart chakra attacks from these closed heart chakra karmics. You know, I hear The Judge by, what is it? Stone Temple Pilots, or no, 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots, The Judge. When the leader of the bad guys sang something soft and soaked in pain, I heard him echo from a secret hideaway. He must have forgotten to close the door. I smell buttered popcorn. Somebody has buttered popcorn. It's not here. He must have forgotten to close the door as he cranked out those dismal chords, and his four walls declared him insane. They're trying to claim wrong time and place as they plead their case and begging the judge to set them free. Hell's hot, they're saying. Yep. So for trying to block the light workers' progress, instead there's guidance coming through. You know what? Trinity, the fathers of Trinity. I think you've got mothers here too, pretty much. Just keeping mother and child energy honest. Drive and determination to keep moving forward. Priorities. Stay focused, divine masculine. As my laundry just switched, I hear it. Relaxation. Don't forget to take time to take good care of yourself, though. And have courage. Have courage to speak the truth. Have the courage to cut off things that no longer serve you. Team sitting on that lion, taming that lion. Trust your intuition. Some of these karmics are having meltdowns. This is what they wanted for light workers, though, for light workers to be hurt, stuck, panicking, etc., but that's not what's happening, in fact. I hear, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. If you wanna be my lover, you're gonna get with my friends. can last forever. Friendship never ends. Interesting. I also hear stay woke. Yeah, two energies coming through. Divine masculine energy, but also karmic energy. And the karmic energy is going for the crown chakra, the third eye. Yeah. Karmic female says, how do you have to be so good at everything you do? I want to watch that. I'm watching this. Thanks for the recommendation, Netflix. Not right now. Put it on pause, please. Sounds like a vibe to me. Get some stuff done while I'm cleaning. I heard something there about the sea court. There's, in the Fae realm, there's the Seelie and the Unseelie courts. The Seelie is comparative to the Unseelie. They're good Fae. The Unseelie court is dark, manipulative, evil, even dangerous. Now, it's not to say that the Seelie court can't be like tricky, right? Even if you do something nasty, you do something offensive, you do something to try to harm the elemental realm, the Fae, well, first of all, they are not happy with you. They will lash back out at you. And they're very tricky. They're sneaky and clever and trickster spirits. They don't actively go out seeking to harm people, quite the opposite, in fact, but they are very protective of their own, and they respect other people who have respect for others and their boundaries and the earth and what have you. But if you're an enemy of the Fae, of the Seelie, if you are harmful to children, to animals, to nature, I hear within reason, you know, like if you're walking or laying in the grass and the grass gets, you know, folded down a little bit beneath you, like that's one thing. But to go and deliberately cause destruction to the earth or pollute and litter and you know, not try to take any measures to cut down on waste of electricity or chemicals that you're using, to not make any effort to even just some of the things, try to use less caustic products, meaning something that's maybe biodegradable instead, something that's more environmentally friendly instead. Then I hear shit list. You will be on their shit list. They will not want to help you. They will not support you. That is when they could be on levels by somebody who doesn't know any better or know the difference, be confused with the Unseelies. But the Unseelies are just evil all the time for no reason. The Seelies will get back at you. They will give all that energy right back to you once you cross that shitless threshold. But they don't actively go out seeking to cause harm. They will get justice. Absolutely. They'll give you your shit back and show you why you're wrong, whether you acknowledge that point that they've made in showing you that or not, whether you have the cognizance and intellect to comprehend that, oh shit, that's my karma for A, B, and C. That's on you. But they will give it back. And frankly, I mean me as well. Because this is my bloodline. Not speculatively. And this is not new information. My family tree has been publicly posted for years. Still is on this channel. It's not my fault if karmics are too oblivious to see what's right in front of them that I put out as evidence for them, and or also lack any kind of cognizant intuition. At bare minimum. Which says a lot. I think it says everything. Because it's the opposite of what they claimed. So The Unseelie Court are dark, evil, malicious, I hear contemptuous, fae. They are like demons versus angels, holy angels, or they are like fallen angels or dark beings versus light, holy angels. The Seelie Court is different. The Unseelie Court, the dark court, that is often associated with witches. Okay, so kind of like witches familiars. It's that kind of a thing. That's the Unseelie Court. But the angels, the holy angels, the light fae, the elementals, we don't mess with those dark energies. We don't support them. Those are shadow wraiths. Shadow wraiths. 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 They're dark spirits. The Seelies are light beings. We're different. 4122. Embrace. Don't worry. I will. Belonging. Achievement. Reach those goals. Blessings just popped out too. And divine support. You have divine support in reaching these goals and these blessings. Alrighty. I hear this. Also, this is a good one. But I'll play this one first because I heard it first. 12:22 on the clock on the East Coast.
Something soft and soaked in pain. I heard the echo from a secret hideaway. He must have forgotten to close his door as he cranked out those dismal chords, and his four walls declared him insane. I found my way, right time, wrong face, as he pled his case. You're the judge, oh no, set me free. You're the judge, oh no, set me free. I know my soul's freezing.
Hell's high for good reason, so please
Take me.
na 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 oh. Na 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 hey oh. Try this one. For size. I love this. It's so pretty.
These days get real heavy. I'd break down if you let me go. Oh, could all go in an instant. Why wait when we could be living? Got no direction, that's alright. Forget it all for just the night. Singing under streetlights, sipping to the sunrise, living
There's prayer Reiki coming through. I love this one. This actually specifically is an activation of all of my prayers. I do still run through them every day, a couple of times a day, in fact. But this particular Reiki is, it's like it energetically activates and charges them all at one time. It's like calling them all at once. I still do take the time to talk to God and go through them, but this is it's like a speed dial on your phone. A shortcut. Divine Masculines is so why you're just like with one simple swift swoop of your hand. No, I don't even have to move my hand. You're just opening up, you're just dialing yourself in to receive all of this energy. You're just allowing the divine to fully move through you. Yeah. Without even having to say anything or do anything. Yeah. He says that's raw power. Talented, he says. She's talented, he says. He says, you're so cute. You're so cute when you're tongue-tied. Well, I was picking up 3 things at once, and my mouth could only keep up with one at a time. That's funny. Divine Masculines, then he's asking, are the stalkers still stalkering? Well, I did have to make a report today. I noticed some hacking issues and stuff still going on. Yep, right in the mouth, throat chakra, feel that? They don't like this truth. Yeah, they're scared because I reported them. Yeah, one of them's worried about the cops being onto them or after them now. They're spooked and confused as to how I'm so calm. Divine Masculine's laughing. He thinks this is hilarious. Not the stalking part, but the fact that they're upset and my demeanor's just chill. Comparatively speaking. Nonchalant, he says, you really just don't give a fuck. No. Impermeable, unbothered. I'm the people's champ. Obama. You wouldn't understand. Melania. Fake woke at you. A con artist. An imposter. Allergic to all the con artists. Only real ones up in my roster. So there's that. There's a song also by Russ coming through. Hold on. Unless I'm the one who put the crew on. Love you, Russ. I think it's exposed. Let's try this one. Industry is deceiving. Meanwhile, there's been a lawyer right behind him the whole time. Fake shit, call it out. You've been plugged since your first run. Yeah. Cause me and them got history, longer than 2 songs. You don't know how to build. You won't be here for too long. I don't fuck with crews unless I'm the one who put the crew on. Ooh, ah. I'ma share it. This is Lex Uncut, I'll expose you. Got a lot I gotta show you. What you gonna like? I'ma bring it to the light. Cause I put in too much time, yeah. Do you hear that? I'm coming through exposing fake shit. God can't save you. You think you're a boss? You've got a boss. And that boss rapes you. Lieutenant. Y'all are wannabes. Down for sodomy. It's fucked up. I had a standard that I held you to. So shut your fucking mouth. Then the ones who shut me out. Bitch, you've gotta be kidding. Call me this, call me that. This is 10 years grinding. What the fuck do you call that? Y'all just flipped it. This is Lex Uncut. I'll expose you. I got a lot to show you. Yeah. Bring it to the light, yeah. Cause I put in too much time, bitch. That's the holy fucking trinity. I partnered with Tony Soames. Partnered is the keyword. We split the profits 50-50. Better do your research. Cause I came here with my own fan base. In fact, the first workshop that I advertised booked full. It booked months before, weeks and months before I even had the date on the schedule to go. There were pre-bookings in advance. I had a full house. There were no more room for bookings. There were no more available seats. There was no more spots for another head in the house. I sold out in advance. Thank you. That's why you flop, flop, flop. You want to rewind on that, Robert Van Horn? You think your lawyer will save you. That's why you flop, 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 and you wonder what happened. What happened? You're not real. People know the song, but they don't know the artist. To be a headline artist. My whole catalog. And they rap along. I'll be here a decade after. Produced by, written by, I'll get one more for you, at least for now. Heard this one too. karmic male. No, this is a karmic female. Interesting. Came through as a karmic male at first. She's got very toxic, abusive, like bully masculine energy. She's not feminine. She's gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. She's mad. She's mad because I just sang this song. And she apparently feels triggered, like personally attacked by the words. It's not my fault that you're a karmic and you resonate with karmic lyrics. That's your fucking fault, psycho. Go to sleep. It's past your bedtime, little twat. Toodles. What's wrong with you? Just kidding. I already know. I'm not impressed. Personality disorders are showing. Are you not entertained? You know that I put the crew on. Tell me what you've done. I'm gone. Goddess in me. That's what I'm constantly summoning. Thank you. They'd be saying I peaked. That's hilarious. I saw people in passing that I went to high school with, and you know what? I laughed hysterically and out loud in front of them on purpose, knowing full well that they knew who I was, walking past them as if I had no clue who they were, ignored them, but also made a point to say out loud to the person I was standing next to, you know what I noticed? While walking past people I saw in high school. Whenever I see people in high school, I see that they peaked in it. I can't relate. Right to their faces. Now, let me be clear. The person that I said it to had no clue that we happened to be walking by people that I went to high school with that bullied me in school at that. They didn't know who those people were, but I did. And I noticed those people recognized me. So I said it out loud to the person I was with, but I wasn't talking to her. Tried to hand me an L, I passed on that. Anger, I try not to act on that. I'ma just transmute it. I put it all back in the music. Every time. Every time you see me shine, I blew up. My seat is reclined. You tell me I fell off? Tell me what you've done. Other than make a joke out of your life or try to copy mine. Boo. Joke's on you, boo-boo. Next. Did you hear that? Got some advice from a couple of guys to leave more than just stress for my kids. Legacy. Ooh, I just got chills. Ooh. No. Time. Tell me what you've done. I'm gone. You know what? I got one more for you. I like this one too. hear it. She's good. I don't give a fuck what you say. Don't listen if you don't like it.
As soon as I heard the track.
Oh, get it, girl. Her name's Bear. Fire. I can never die, I got a lit spirit. This is not a gimmick. Super Saiyan powers. Flower. Yeah. Hello, bitch. Yeah. Please tell me what you did. And I'm not talking about the 500K likes on your pic, bitch. Bye. Did you hear that? Copycat? Just cares about exterior. Thinks she's hot, but her brain's inferior. I'm a woke bitch, I'm a heart superior. And my love reigns supreme. You felt it. I'm staying prettier. I do it prettier. You stay silly though. Next. This is not a gimmick. Shh. Alright, anything else? Heard. Love. So much love. And speaking of, I am actually being called to pull out this one for Divine Masculine. There's one more deck. This one is touching on the Divine Connection. Sometimes you know. Take a breath and let it go. Shouldn't be drowning on your own. And if you feel you're sinking, I'll jump right over. Cold, cold water for you. And all the time may take us into different places. You, I want you to know that I won't let you go. And I'll be your lifeline tonight. I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline tonight. How we grow. I wanna let you know. You shouldn't be fighting on your own. Right over cold, cold water. And all the time they took us into different places. Patient with you, I want you to know I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline tonight. 6733. So, I forgive myself for my past mistakes. I now know better. I do feel like this is of the divine masculine, maybe either doubting his intuition or his feelings towards the connection. Maybe feeling insecure and like he had to get himself ready or get his finances better in check or something before he could go to her. I feel this. In some cases where he felt like he wasn't good enough for her, he felt like, or maybe this is what happened, she took that as that he wasn't interested, and so he realizes that he fumbled when he did that. He should have just been honest. Some of them may have been concerned. They were trying to make sure that they wouldn't be hurt again. More specifically, because I feel like this connection it's deeper than anything they've ever felt. And so if they thought that other people in the past who they didn't care for as much as they care about their counterpart, if those people in the past hurt them and they care about you more than they care about those people in the past, then imagine how much you could hurt them. Now, before my light workers here think, yeah, but I wouldn't do that. I know that. Neither would I. I get it. But imagine being this divine, I feel like I'm talking to my feminine collective. Imagine being this divine masculine and he was with a karmic, and it's not that he necessarily thought the divine feminine was a karmic. In fact, I don't think that's the case at all. He was just maybe feeling insecure, lack of self-worth or something based on what damage the previous karmic situation that he had did to him, or he just was guarded. He wanted to make sure he didn't get hurt again. Yeah, see, there it is. I'm ready to embrace a new relationship with an open heart, unburdened with past baggage. That's what it was. I release there it is. I release any fear that may block love from entering my life. And a big one is of being afraid of being hurt, that divine feminine won't want him, that it won't work out, that she'll leave, that there will be some kind of separation, there'll be something reminiscent of the past, maybe cheating or something. I hear yes, cheating. That's sad. I just got chills. Sad. But the thing, yeah, see, I hear others in the divine feminine collective saying, yeah, but I've been through that too. I know. See, the twins are mirroring. Neither of them want to be with somebody who treats people like that because they've both been with people like that. And this is why they're good matches for each other, because they both have this love in their heart and they both need a good partner who understands that on a deep and loyal level. They need somebody who understands the depth of them as well as each other, and both of these counterparts do that. So while like he pulled back to try to make sure he was balanced within himself individually, but she does that too, right? If she noticed him being non-responsive or something, she didn't chase, she just pulled back and took care of herself. And so when you have two people that are independent like that, but that will also give that and put that into a relationship, that same energy, it's not that they don't have that and won't give that to a connection. It's that they just want to make sure that they don't, you know what, this is giving Gemini energy, big Gemini energy, which I resonate with as a Gemini. There's a stereotype where it says that Geminis, or people think that Geminis are afraid to commit. That is false. I'm not afraid to commit. We are not afraid of commitment. Gemini is the lovers in the tarot and the communicator. Gemini, a balanced Gemini, is not afraid of commitment. What they may be afraid of, though, a balanced Gem, is that that they end up committing to something or someone that's the wrong person or situation for them. And more specifically, it's not even the misstep of the commitment, it's the entrapment. It's how one may be trapped in a situation, or how a person, if you pick the wrong person, how that person might try to trap you in a connection or a relationship or a situation. That is what, from my experience and my observation, truly Gemini fears. The reason being is Gemini is the free spirit of the zodiac. It's an air sign, often symbolized by the bird, okay? It's like trying to rip the wings off of a butterfly. It's not natural. We're not afraid of commitment. We just want to make sure that we are with somebody who respects our need to fly, because that's just what butterflies and birds do. And doesn't try to clip our wings. The true loyal connections in this note they're not flying to go see what other nests are available or what other birds or what other eggs. They just like to fly. It makes them happy just to fly around in the sun. And have you ever seen two butterflies like dancing around and chasing each other? And I don't know if it's a mating call or something that they're doing, but I should ask Tony. Hold on. It's a mating call. It's a courtship ritual. And so they fly together. They understand each other's personality and individual, just inherent need, like fish need to be able to swim, right? Need to fly that way, not to go seek someone else out or a place even in general, just to soar, just to ride those beautiful air currents, because it puts life back into them. Literal breath of fresh air. And as a result, somebody just liking to stretch out their wings and fly in the sunshine, like a divine masculine who knows the divine feminine just doesn't want to be trapped. He understands that she needs to just, could even just be taking a walk around their block or something. Just take a minute to be. Because this is a masculine, I feel, who also has that within him, or he understands that, but they prefer to do this together, or they understand that, again, there's not flying to run away, they're not flying to run towards someone else, it's just to fly. And so they always come back. And that's the thing. Gems are not afraid of commitment. The balanced ones. They're afraid of committing to the wrong thing or the wrong person because of the potential entrapment, just to recap this, that could come with it. That maybe has in some cases when people have ended up in the wrong spots. Taught people what to look for, what they needed in a relationship, and what they don't want again, though. That's a cool lesson, for sure. Core lesson. It helps you know what to look out for and what you need next time. But also, they're very angry, these karmics. I see this masculine seeing this divine feminine. Imagine she's like a beautiful little fishy, and he knows that she just needs to swim. She just needs to sit in her comfortable body of water and breathe and rest and flow and swim, I hear, and be like the little mermaid that she is, exactly. So same thing with the air. 7622, whether it's flight or otherwise. The trust and the understanding that is there. Babe, you're feeling cooped up? Go stretch your wings for a second. I'll be here when you get back. I love you. See you in a few minutes. It's that type of energy from the divine masculine. But I also feel like it's vice versa. Because she says, I can handle my own, I can hold my own, but he says, yeah, but I don't want you to have to. Yeah, and he says, and I don't need somebody around. I don't need somebody to be around. In fact, if it's the wrong person or people, they're hindrances, which divine feminine also understands. But he says, well, I don't need people around, but I want you around. And that's the thing. They both This is why they just enjoy flying together. The butterfly dance. Cheers. It says the butterflies dance as a part of their courtship ritual. Courtship references also the Fae, primarily to attract potential mates by performing specific flight patterns and wing movements that are unique to their species, essentially showcasing their desirability and signaling their readiness to mate. This behavior is often referred to as a courtship display, where males will dance around females to entice them to copulate. This might be a divine masculine who also is into some kind of art. Maybe he likes to dance as well, or maybe he isn't. Maybe the divine, I picked this up earlier, or there may be a merging of gifts. Like maybe the divine feminine was more into, just random examples, dancing, and the divine masculine was more into singing. And then he starts merging with divine feminine and learning to dance more, and then she starts getting more into whatever depth of music or learning a deeper aspect of something about the music, maybe a program, or it could be anything, an instrument or whatever it is. Even just vocals, expansion of vocals, or it says demo, a demo, yep, something like that would be. But there's a balance here. Yeah, and I was just thinking that, and as I was quietly thinking that, he was also saying that. He said, really, even if like, let's say the singer didn't learn to dance and the dancer didn't learn to sing, they'd still be a good team. Yeah, they would. Because there'd be somebody always with the vocals or with whatever music, and then there'd always be somebody with some visual entertainment extra. But I'm seeing two people like perform. They've got stage chemistry. They perform together. But I do feel like there's emergence in this case. Emergence, 2 words, not emergence. Emergence, since we're talking about butterflies. That could go either way. And so whatever gifts and skill sets and talents that the masculine has had, the feminine is expanding on or learning, or has been, and vice versa. A lot of it has to do with experiences, life experiences. Very pretty. It's a beautiful energy. He has a beautiful energy. Oh, there's an energy vampire trying to come through, though. Yeah. Team, the squad says, not today, Satan. Cheers. There's protection Reiki coming through as well. And then balancing Reiki. So help regulate mind, body, emotions, but also just aspects of life. If you feel like you've been juggling with certain things, tasks, too many responsibilities, projects, it's about clearing some of those off the table, finishing up. I hear one less lonely girl. I think that's Bieber. Hold on. Yep. There's going to be one less lonely girl, he says. If you let me inside of your world, there'd be one less lonely girl. I saw so many pretty faces before I saw you, and now all I see is you. I'm coming for you. I don't need these other pretty faces like I need you. And when you're mine in the world, there's going to be one less lonely girl. Aww. Christmas wasn't merry, 14th of February. So Mr. Meeker died December 1st, 2016. And his birthday was February 14th. It was on Valentine's Day. I didn't realize that was a line in this. Or I forgot. Goodness. He says, not one of them was spent with you. How many dinner dates, set dinner plates? Wow. Here, hold on. Love ain't. We don't have to be cool anymore. Hold on. There's another one too, wasn't there? I hear Paris Paloma, labor. He says, show me the side nobody else knows. It's both of them. It's a masculine and feminine speaking to each other. Drop the act with your keys at the door. Lose the mirrors. I see through the smoke. Save all that for the rest of the world. Come on and let me love you, girl. Don't you know that I'm already yours? You don't have to be cool anymore. 8422. He said, oh, remember when I said she knows sometimes he just needs to stretch his wings too. They both are like this. Puff your chest, crack a drink with your boys if you like to. Be careful of that. Be mindful of this energy. But anyway, because it says you internalize everything that's wrong. Yeah, that's a problem. But you and I both know that when we go home, you're slow dancing in the kitchen with me all night long. It sounds like they both went to the bar together and he drank with his friends while they were having a date. Anyway, he says, I know you, and I know when we're alone, you'll hold me up better than anyone. Or maybe that was her. I think it's both of them. You can be anything to anyone, but when the curtains close and the day is done, it's just us in the dark. Be who you are. That's Jordan Davis. Heard that one. I also heard Love Ain't. I hear everything he couldn't. Also, she's with me. She's with me now. Okay. He says, I can fix up your broken heart. I've been hearing Heartbroken by Jesse Murph as well. Specifically also a line in it about Cinderella. I could fix up your broken heart and give you a brand new start. I keep hearing this song today too. It's by Spencer Crandall. It's called My Person. And he says, even when you blow the punchline, nobody makes me laugh like you do. My person, my everything. I can give you a brand new start. I can make you believe. I just want to set one girl free to fall in love with me. Her heart's locked. I know where to get the key. I'll take her and leave the world with one less lonely girl. I'm going to put you first. He says, I'm coming for you. I'll show you what we're worth. That's what you're worth, and that's what I'm going to do. If you let me inside your world, there's going to be one less lonely girl. Oh. Oh. He says, love ain't, yeah. See, remember what I said about being mindful about the drinking and stuff? Hotels are made for 2-night stays, checking in and out. Whiskey's poured when you're bored, alone on Friday night, when you want to lose yourself and you need a place to hide from all the pain. But love ain't. Love ain't you on a sidewalk in your new dress all alone. Love ain't you calling me because he's not picking up his phone. He says, the way you're talking sounds like he's somebody you should hate. And I may not know what love is, girl, but I know what love ain't. And this goes back into the channel I picked up earlier, where he said that it's like if he feels like people in the past had hurt him, even karmics that he didn't necessarily know or realize at first were karmics, and he doesn't care about them the way that he cared, or he didn't care about them rather, the way that he cares about Divine Feminine, then if he really loves and cares for Divine Feminine so much, imagine, this is what he was thinking, imagine how much she had the potential to hurt him. If she held more space and value in his heart than any of those other people, then she had more power to hurt it. That was the concern, or the potential fear based on those previous incidents. But she's not like them, and that's what he's saying also in 8922 is, I'm not like those karmics. He says we really are mirroring, aren't we? Yes, yes. I noticed the parallel. So he says, come over and let me show you what he can't. He can only show you what love ain't. Sad movies are for crying on the couch there in the dark, and that sad song was written just to try and get your heart to break, but love ain't. Okay. Then there's Everything He Couldn't. I heard that one too. Chase Matthew. That last one was the Eli Young Band. He says, I want to be your rock that you can depend on even when the ground might shake. I want to be the one to wipe away your tears, saying everything will be okay. I know you've been hurt by what he might have said, and I'm just saying it's not what you deserve. Just give me one night to pick up where you left, because he still has a lot to learn. He says, girl, you could do better. I'm talking about forever, so baby, just hear me out. He might have run you, oof, right in the heart chakra. You're gonna make me cry, Divine Masculine. He might have run you down and put you through the ringer. Damn sure wouldn't put a proper ring on your finger. He tore you apart, but I know what I'm doing. Let me do everything he couldn't. Right in the feels. You're gonna make me cry. He says, I want to meet your mom. Kick it on the front porch with your dad. I want to see the stars in the bed of my truck, even when your day's been bad. I like that. I know what you've been thinking. He says, I know you've been thinking about what he's doing, and he's up to no good. I'm picking up that this might not even be a karmic in some situations that are Divine Feminine's wants or anything. In some cases, this might be those karmic or fallen masculines who've been obsessing over the feminine. like won't leave her alone, won't stop stalking. But in other cases, it's those abusive ones. I mean, some of these karmics kidnapped Divine Feminine's children because they thought that that was the way to keep a situation ongoing so that they could have some kind of access to her. It was they would rather have negative attention than no attention. Some of these people even went as far as filing fraudulent court cases and things because that was the only way that they could get a victim in a room with them anymore, is if a judge ordered it on paper for the victim to show up in court at the same time and day as the abuser or the perpetrator. So I know you've been thinking about what he's been doing. He's up to no good. So this might not be anything in relation to love. This might just be Divine Feminine knowing that her children are being mistreated or something, and knowing that the scales need to be balanced on that. And Divine Masculine's also been picking this up on some levels, in some cases. So he says he won't make you smile. He can't make you laugh. He doesn't pray for you, girl. He never had your back. He doesn't care if you know about what he's doing. Let me do everything he couldn't. Divine Masculine, this Divine Masculine says no secrets. He says, pinky promise, no secrets. You can't break that. You can't break that shit. That's contractual. Pinky promise is something that Mr. Meeker and I used to do. We had something we called a Hawaiian pinky promise. Oh, you know what? That plagiarizer. I don't know why she's doing this. She is from London. She posts like saying that she's from London. She has clearly a British accent, but she starts her videos where she's been stealing my content with a Hawaiian intro. It's very strange. She's just a grifter. She's just copying bits and pieces of things she's noticed from other people. That's what it is. Very immature. Very gross. And you know what? I won't get into this too deep, but she said something about her North Node, I think, being in Leo. Except for she's not where she needs to be. Leo in North Node, when you're on the dark side, when you're in karmic energy, even if you have a North Node in Leo, it doesn't mean you're in your North Node in Leo. If you're running in karmic energy, that doesn't mean that you're honoring your North Node in Leo. In fact, you're opposing it, frankly. So let me explain. So there is a challenge for people with North Node and Leo to step into and embrace individuality, all right? And the same energy and message came up for Katie Emmett. And the reason for this is because Leo, people with Leo North Node have Aquarius South Node, but Katie was an Aquarius Sun. So there was that. She also had some other zodiac signs in common with this particular one, including Sagittarius, which is reckless, impulsive, toxic. They don't care about other people's feelings or how they're damaging people. They're just selfish and, well, careless, destructive. And so the whole copycat thing, both of their challenges were to be individual. Well, plagiarizing me is the opposite of that. So they're failing at their own destiny by trying to step on my toes to steal mine, in this case. And so people that have Leo in North Node need to break free from like over analytical patterns and cycles. So for example, the whole concept of the thirst trap thing, trying to do things that get attention, but it's negative attention, that reckless, promiscuous fire sign energy. Thirst traps, but trying to specifically calculate what spiritual quotes or certain things to put in that she thinks makes her sound smart. It's very strange. Very strange. North Node in Leo have issues with being too egoic, right? They have not done their shadow work. They're stuck in an ego space and they're self-centered. So there's that. And then when they're in that toxic, especially that reckless fire sign energy, when they're in a negative energy, angry, stressed, off balanced, which stealing from people, plagiarizing is definitely off balance. That's not normal behavior, you know. The whole copycat doppelganger thing, like this is not normal human behavior. It's cluster B personality disorder behavior. It's either narcissism or borderline personality, or sometimes histrionic can cross over in that. And somebody with narcissism can also have all of those other things, or vice versa. So it can be a comorbid diagnosis. But either way, that whole copycat lack of personality thing, lack of individuality, that is a mental illness. That is a sign of mental illness, and a sick one at that. One that needs treatment. Professional psychological treatment. So there's that. And so when they are in this negative energy, they play out the negative traits of the North Node. In other words, they often play out their South Node, which is, let's touch on that. I picked something up about this the other day. I think I took notes on it. Hold on. Let's see. This is for the karmics. See, support. The light workers have support networks coming through because these people were toxic. You were not nice, karmics. And we see that you were being fake supportive to try to get what you wanted. That's the truth. You can't hide it. Negative. Yeah, you're being blocked out. You're being negative. We're not dealing with your negativity. Chaos, or your chaos, whether it be the spells or anything else. Perspective and gaslight. Yeah, it's all. We see what you're doing. I'm not buying it. If time is money and need a loan, you got nothing in the bank. Loan in reverse. You're out of time. Spiritually bankrupt. It manifests down too, doesn't it? Rhetorical question. The answer is yes. So here we go. Here, Turn Your Face Towards the Sun by Rihanna. Let us see, shall we? So, Leo, North Node, struggles with vanity, so the whole thirst trap thing, and strong emotions. And the impulsivity and attacks, the dysregulation that causes such attention seeking, and then the further dysregulation upon being called out after being caught doing so. The lessons that Leo North Node needs to learn is humility. It's about releasing the inherent desire to be an attention whore, pretty much. They need to have more balance in being humble. They're very angry, I feel this. And so my healing sector is in Leo. That's why I was able to also recognize that this out of balance Leo was in fact out of balance. And so I had a masculine counterpart who fell, in fact, and he was a Leo too. And he's been stalking, clocking my page, I mentioned this earlier, daily, lately. Like constantly. I don't think he's even trying to hide the fact that he's there. I don't think he cares anymore. But this is somebody who was in the military. This is somebody who got out of the military and was a bounty hunter. So I've had a military trained stalker on my ass. Because I won't deal with him or talk to him. I have him blocked on all accounts, and when he fumbled and lost me, I changed my number. And he doesn't have it, hasn't had it since. So again, my healing is in Leo. It's why I overcome and outshine. And these people trying to get attention by copying me, pretending to copy or trying to copy the healer when they're not. Yeah, well, that's where their problem started, at least part of it. Where it's ending. Meaning these people thought that it was okay to do this, and in some cases have done this for years, and in some cases to other people too. But God sent me as karma. Ladies don't start fights, but I'll damn sure finish one. Ladies don't start fights, but we can finish them. Everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat that really knows where it's at. So there's that. As far as Yeah, I hear this karmic female, and she says, your ancestors are whooping my ass. I bet they are. Yeah, I bet they are. So people with the Aquarius in the South Node placement have often issues with detachment, and they rebel against even upright authority, right? So in this case, that would be God. One of the important lessons for this person to learn is to get that in check and balance it. They're arrogant, that toxic Leo energy, and then the toxic Aquarius, where they think that they're smarter than they are and they think they know everything. And this is dangerous. Neil Tyson deGrasse talks about this. He said, the danger about knowing enough to think that you're right, but not understanding enough to realize that you're wrong. And that's where these people went wrong. Also, for starters, but not limited to it. They have issues as a result with personal growth, creativity, and sharing heartfelt connections with others. So they will find, because of their toxicity and their rigidness, their lack of sensitivity towards others, for starters, and also emotional cognizance. It's like the inability to read a room, also. It causes friction for them in relationships or social dynamics, leading to feelings of alienation. Or can. In addition to detachment and rebelliousness in a toxic way, they have hindrances in their ability to form meaningful relationships. But do you see when they're doing shallow, surface level things like thirst trapping, and then plagiarizing and stealing from and siphoning from good people who, if they had been friendly, might have been a good friend to them? Where they went wrong with that? I hear looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah, mistreating good people and being an attention hoe for people that don't matter and don't really give a fuck about you. Difficulty forming deep emotional connections, rebellious, detached on the toxic side. All right. Anything else? Yeah. I also picked up the gossip. There was gossip in an attempt to sway things in their favor. Like on the community board, I heard earlier Karmic say something like, yeah, about me. She doesn't even show her face anymore. I'm like, really? I have a couple of times the last couple of weeks, a couple of days ago too. Just don't need to always, you're the one who's an attention hoe, Karmic. You feel like you need to be seen all the time. I can't relate. So, yeah, here's the thing about that girl. Heard, I hear it. Brains are the new tits, and you should have focused more on what mattered. Again, incompetent, not as smart as I thought. Too busy thirst trapping to have anything cognizant. For starters, anything viable, I don't consider plagiarism viable. Could have gotten that from any other source. Much better one. Even if it's the same information, it's still better coming from an unbiased, cleaner mouth at that. And by clean mouth, I mean somebody who's not a liar. Or who sits there and trash talks people. But let's get into that because this is outlining this, the gossip. Trying to do the thirst trap attention hoe thing, and then when getting called out for getting caught stealing, trying to go and group up with other people to either get attention or recruit haters against the victim who you targeted that's calling you out for stealing. The instinct of this person with North Node in Leo is to be one of the pack. More apt to seek safety in numbers and go along with the group. And so they're doing this in a toxic way. Okay. I think that's good. I think I'm going to drop the mic for now. 1, 15, 32, 33 on the count. In the meantime, please take good care of yourselves. And I will catch you on the next one. Blessings and namaste.